What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rage Baiting with Spider-Man. Now, this is actually a crazy one because the same guy that we ended up rage baiting in the first game, we actually got in the second game, and I felt so bad for him that I had to help and try to carry him and get him his elo back. So that's exactly what we did in this video. If you enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. If we can get 3,000 likes on this episode, I will bring back Bully Maguire, and in the next one, comment in the chat after every elimination. Let's go ahead, jump into it. So starting the game off, usually I will go for maybe a flyer, a DPS, and I saw that there was an Iron Man. I was able to get a very quick elimination on him, so I was like, okay, this is who I'm going to focus. He quickly switched to Spider-Man, and then he switched to Black Panther, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little scared of Black Panthers because when you get them low, they do so much damage, and they can instantly kill a Spider-Man. But as you see here, I tried to pull him off the map, wasn't successful. I was trying to tag him, wait till I get my cooldown back so I can go for the pull and get over here and all of that, and that's what I did, and he instantly melted me. As soon as he did that, I was like, yo, wait a minute, man, I don't know if I want to go for this guy anymore. And yeah, so I was like, you know what, you got it, bro, that's all you. And at the same time, I thought the game would end because they were missing somebody. So if you see in the scoreboard someone, I think with the name Wingman, he wasn't there, so I thought that the game would maybe DC and end. So the Black Panther, I got a flashback to what just happened. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave him alone, and I'm actually gonna go for the healers like he told me to.
Watch out, they're headed our way.
So I see that there's a low-key on the other team. I went for him, got a pull. The Iron Man helped me with the ult, sent him straight to the spawn. So I was like, okay, this is a prime opportunity to go for him. And the Wingman guy did come back, so this game is going to continue. So after he was sent into the spawn, usually all low-keys do this. They come out of the spawn, throw down a clone, and then they teleport to it. I read that like a book, and I went for the actual clone, and that's what he teleported to. So you'll see here from his POV, he swapped, and that gave me a perfect opportunity to get the pull off on him. I wanted to go for the pull combo. I was thinking that maybe he was going to activate his lantern. I guess I did it way too fast for him to react in time. It seemed like maybe he was like a first-time low-key player, so not someone who usually plays low-key. But after that elimination, after that, he came right back out of the spawn. This time I had my ult, so I went ahead and used it. There was also the Jeff shooting at me, so I decided to go ahead and fall back. I tried to destroy the clone as well, so that way he doesn't get away from me the next time. And so he started coming out. This time he wasn't even using ability, so I just pulled him off the map, gave me a free elimination on him. And this is already like, what, 4 or 5 deaths instantly. This guy was not happy, and it looked like here he just closed his app and DC'd, so it like does this weird effect, and he was like in the spawn. I'm sitting here waiting. At the time, I didn't even know that he left, so I'm like, okay, where's this guy, and is he gonna come back out? I even pulled up the scoreboard to see if he was still on low-key or not. I looked in the spawn and I saw that he was like lagged out, so I waited for the point to move, and then I just went for the elimination on him to get another free elimination. But after that, I fell back and I was like, okay, now that is a 6v5, especially with one of his teammates telling me, good job, Spidey, you made this guy rage quit. I was like, okay, now we could just target everyone else and then play for the win.
Gonna get sticky. Nice.
I had the thing come help me out as well, so now we were just going and pushing the point as fast as we could before this guy came back, and I'm like not noticing. I'm trying to pull the Groot off the map. Somehow he didn't fall off the map, and then I got swallowed by the Jeff, or so I thought it was their Jeff. But then you look and it's actually the same guy, Suzuki. It looks like he came back, he stole Jeff's ult, and he made it his job to look for me, find me, eliminate me, and then he also got Rocket as well, and then he took us right out the map and then eliminated us. I'm not gonna lie, that hit me by surprise. I was like, yo, wait a minute. I went to all chat, I was like, bro, you lied. He came back. And so I was like, okay, now I can focus this guy and go for him even more. So I was looking for him. I didn't see him. It looked like maybe he fell back with his team. So I was like, okay, I can't really go for him. Then I'll just pull the Groot off the map here, and that was Ugwe. And just remember that name because he wasn't happy with what I did to him, and he's gonna come back later for revenge. The thing ended up ulting him, so it gave me a good opportunity to get a free elimination on him, and then that's what I did. And after that, he ended up going to the spawn, now swapped to Rocket.
It ain't cheap.
Now, Rocket is one of the hardest healers for me to eliminate just because he's so tiny and he has those dashes, but thankfully he wasted them, and that was the perfect time to use my ult on him. You'll see here from the POV, I also noticed that his dashes were gone, so now I can use my ult and he can't get out of it. After that, I went right back to the spawn. There was a cloak. I tagged her a couple times just to scare her and make sure that she runs away, and she did that, and then I waited in front of the spawn. You'll see that there's also Groot, but he's AFK. Maybe he's swapping, so he's not going to witness what I'm about to do to this. Rocket eliminated him, and then I stood there. He did swap to Magneto, and now he was coming out, and it was as if he didn't see anything go down, so he just kept on going. I knew the Rocket was still there and hadn't swapped because he put down the respawn beacon. You can hear it. He came out. He tried to go back in, but the pull combo is too OP, and I ended up eliminating him and sending him right back to the spawn. Now, the point did change because we ended up capturing it, and now he was in the further spawn. So, again, he was alone, and I was waiting and waiting for him. He went AFK, so I was like, okay, did he leave or what's going on? But instead, he was actually typing, so he was like, yo, Spider-Man, you got it, bro. And he thought I was going to leave him alone, but I'm just going to focus him and make sure that I'm going for him the entire game. I let a couple people pass by, but then when he ended up coming out, I tried to go for him. Now, remember Oogway, he made the switch to Namor, so it looks like he was going to help this Rocket out a little bit, and he was sort of staying by his side in this half. Now, as soon as I tagged him a couple times, he ran and got back into the spawn. Now, this is where I'm telling you, Rocket is very hard to eliminate. Like, I was struggling throughout this entire part, and I'm just trying to get him, but he just keeps getting away no matter how much I tag him. He runs up walls, he heals himself, and I had to fall back. I was one shot in the situation, waited to get some heals, and then my cooldowns, and once I got him back, I went back for the Rocket again, and he wanted to get to his team because he now had his ult. Thankfully, I eliminated him as soon as he dropped the ult, and after that, this is his POV. So he dropped the ult, got eliminated pretty much instantly after that, and went right back to the spawn, and that's where I was going to sit there and wait for him. I also now had my ult, which I wanted to use on him. I tried to pull him out the cloak ult and ult him, but he was able to get right back into it, save himself, and I just got destroyed, and just look at my body. And he was like, bro, I can't. And I'm just trying to focus him and keep him in the spawn, but now he's starting to get away from me.
Cloak Spider.
Teammates called out to go for Cloak, so I was like, all right, let me go for her. I was traded out, but thankfully my Rocket respawned me. I pulled the Strange off, thought I would at least get him out the map, but worst case scenario, he's now away from the point, so now we can deliver it. I'm trying to also fight the Namor, the Oogway guy who swapped, and I'm just going all over the place. So at this point, I'm not really focusing the Rocket anymore. It's more about trying to secure the point because we are now in overtime, and we just have to do it. So Cloak came and ended up coming out again, went for her. I thought I eliminated the Strange, so I just did the down smash and ignored it, went back to the Rocket, but he wasn't eliminated. I ended up dying. That is pretty much how the round concluded. As you see here from the scoreboard, he ended up going 3-14, and he had a couple of messages to say. And yeah, so that's how the first round went, and Suzuki was not very happy with the way that I was playing against him.
Themselves.
Now, during the break period, he may have made a comp to them because now this team is coming out with a completely different playstyle. You have Emma blocking me, you have Strange blocking me, Namor throwing down his stuff, and they are now playing as a united team, and they're actually peeling for the Rocket. I come back again, and I wanted to see if I could pull him off, but instead there was Namor. I tried to go for him regardless. I already know he wasn't going to die, but I might as well try, right? Maybe he ended up using it. Then, now, I'm just looking for an opportunity to go for the Rocket. He's blending in with this team, sitting there very close with him. I got him super low. His Invisible Woman with the W healing made sure that he was not eliminated. I kept coming back, just kept poking. Anytime I get my abilities, I'll come back and try to go for him. And as you see here, it's just it wasn't successful. It was not working out. I had to fall back again, or I would pretty much get eliminated. Once I got my abilities, I came back again. This time he had his ult up, and he wanted to shoot back at me, so he got some revenge right there. They made it all the way to the first point, and I couldn't even eliminate this guy once. I finally got my ult, and I was so happy to use it that I went towards the spawn after eliminating him, forgetting about the point, and they ended up securing the point. So I literally just threw that whole first point for the team. So they captured the point. He also went to a new respawn spot, so I wasn't even able to rage bait him. L's all around, but I kept trying to go for him. So I came back yet again. This time I wanted to change the strategy, go for the Namor. He ended up getting eliminated before going for the rocket, and after that he ended up dropping his ult. He was now way deep in with a couple of his tanks, and I was like, okay, this is a good opportunity to keep going for him. His ult has now run out, so I could go and just put in work and make sure to eliminate him. Thankfully my thing ended up getting the elimination. I went to the spawn to hold him there, so now I can actually begin rage baiting. Now, he also wanted to change his strategy up. He was taking full advantage of his home court situation, so he would come out, go back in and re-heal himself, and then come back out again, and then just keep messing with me that way. But it was working in my favor, and he didn't even realize it, because now I have one of their healers in the spawn. And I'm not gonna lie, when they have him on the team, he does pretty good healing. They were pushing up the point. As soon as he got held in the spawn, you'll notice that they're barely pushing the point. It's sitting in the same spot. So now I don't really want to kill him. I just want to keep messing with him and keep him here as long as possible. But I got fed up with it. I decided to pull him and just eliminate him, just to let him know that I can eliminate him anytime I want to, and he has to stop playing games with me. But after that elimination, I waited for him again, and I guess he called for backup, because out of nowhere the Namor stops fighting way down over there at the point to come back and protect him. Like, look at his POV. He comes all the way back to the spawn, throws his stuff down, and now he's just a full-on bodyguard for the rocket. So now I have to deal with two of them, and that's fine with me, because the more people I can keep in the spawn, the better it is for my team. I also had my ult. I thought I could ult and get everyone here, but it just didn't work out that way, and I got eliminated. Now they did make it back to the point, and Rocket dropped his ult, so now I have to just make sure to get him back to the spawn. The Namor, he just wanted to sit there, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna send you back to the spawn with the rocket, and you guys could come out together. So I waited a little bit here by the spawn point, and I just waited for him to see if he made any swaps or if he's going to change his strategy or do anything different. Now he's healing from the spawn, from what it looks like. Their magic has now stepped up to help both of them, so now I have 3 people to deal with. And the rocket ended up getting away while the Namor's trying to distract me, but it wasn't enough. I ended up following him. I did miss my get over here and pull, so it was fine. I ended up getting the elimination, and once I did that, I went towards the spawn again. Remember, they are now in overtime, and if they're missing their healer, that's a W. But for some reason, the Namor comes back and forgets the point to come and protect Rocket while they're in overtime. I was so shocked by this, because I've never seen this before. I had to type, I was like, yo, Namor, what the F? What are you doing? Why are you trying to fight me in your spawn instead of moving the point? You guys are in overtime. But yeah, so it worked out for them. They got back to the point. Now I'm just trying to get the Rocket out of that situation. They're also pushing the point as well, because Rocket is now back with the team, and I'm almost to my ult, so I just have to live long enough to be able to ult him. Now this is where my team starts dropping ults, his team now starts dropping ults, and it's just a waiting game. You just have to wait for all these ults to run out. So after they ran out, I went straight for the rocket and I ulted him, ended up getting him as well as the other healer. So now we just have to eliminate them, but I wanted to go towards the spawn to get rocket again, and I died, and that is how the game ended. So Suzuki was not very happy. He had a couple of comments to say. Did apologize to him, because I really did feel bad. I usually don't go for healers, but I ended up going for him in this situation. And this is what the scoreboard ended up looking like. So he went 9 and 20. So, I mean, it's not bad for a rocket, but look at his heals. He had some pretty good heals, despite the fact that he was in spawn most of the game. Now, this is game number 2. It's actually crazy, because Suzuki is now on my team and he's playing Cloak and Dagger. And I wasn't recording at the start of the game, but I told him, hey, man, I was the Spider-Man from last game. I'm really sorry for what I did. I'm going to try to make it up to you and win this game and try as hard as I can to make sure that you get your elo back. He completely ignored me, so I'm thinking he was still a little upset and fed up with me, even though, you know, it was a completely new game now. But starting the game off, I didn't even know who I was going to go for, but there was 3 different DPS. I thought maybe I should just go for all of them. them and focus the DPS this game, and then that way it'll be a good idea, because this domination, usually these are much shorter, and holding them in spawn isn't really as, you know, efficient as it is with like other modes. After eliminating the Namor a couple of times, I also saw that there was a Moon Knight, so I went ahead and focused him, ended up eliminating him. Now, there was also the Psylocke, so I was like, okay, let me go for the Psylocke. I believe this was the same guy who was playing Namor, so I was like, okay, this guy, I could definitely focus him and try to go for him. I'm gonna ult as soon as all these ults run out. Well, I think he had the same exact idea, because as soon as I was like, you know what, boom, ult, he ended up ulting as well, and a Psylocke ult will definitely destroy Spider-Man ult. There's no way I could do damage to a Psylocke ult, right? So I ended up getting eliminated, but I wasn't happy with that. I was gonna come back and focus the Psylocke yet again and make sure to get that elimination. He was running all over the place, hitting teleporters, grabbing health packs. Now at this moment, you'll notice that one of my teammates ended up DCing, so he ended up leaving the game. Now we were in a 5v6 situation, but we were doing very good. It was 99% to 0, and I ended up getting that nice buzzer beater elimination on the Luna, but we ended up winning that round. And
There's only 2.
I was like, okay, let me let the Cloak know that we could still win this. I know the guy's mental is probably ruined from that last game, but I was like, you know, I'm trying to motivate him. I'm like, yo, we may have lost one, but it's okay. Yet again, he's completely ignoring me, doesn't reply. And yeah, so we start off the round, and the guy's still gone, by the way, and I'm just trying to focus any of the DPS that I can go for, so that's who we're targeting this game. Now, at this point, we're just trying to fight for the point, and everyone is fighting everyone, but the sad part is it's a 5v6 situation. Quite a couple of my teammates were eliminated, and I tried to go for some of them, but it just wasn't enough. So I was trying to fight and hit everybody that I could, but then they ended up eliminating us, and then they now have started grabbing the point. Now, he ended up queuing the surrender. Suzuki was not happy. He was already fed up with this game, and he lost the last game. Now he's like, okay, someone DC'd. I may lose. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't forfeit. I voted no. I was like, this is very winnable. The guy could come back, and there's still hope. I mean, I felt very confident we could definitely win this game. I ended up hitting a ult, got 2 of them.
Mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Now we got one of the healers, one of the DPS. There's only a couple of people left on the point. The Luna ended up getting eliminated. There was only the Venom and the Psylocke, so I was like, okay, we can get that. Psylocke got eliminated. Now it's just Venom. It's me and Strange, and I think there's also the healer, the Cloak. He's helping us out as well. So it's a 3v1 situation. He tries to leave, get away, and comes back, but we were able to capture the point, and now it was just to hold the point. Well, this is also the Venom's POV, so he was trying to obviously fight and try his heart off to keep the point, but thankfully we ended up getting him. Now they're coming back. They're taking a different route. We ended up getting a nice elimination, and then we got the Psylocke. Then the Cloak and Dagger ended up getting eliminated, so we're just going for anyone and everyone at this point. There is no way that I can rage bait. We're in a 5v6 situation. If I go to the spawn and try to hold somebody, it's gonna put them in like a 4v5 situation, and we're just gonna lose the game very easily that way. So I have to stay on the point and go for anyone that I could. Smoke the Iron Fist. Then this is his POV. He's trying to run away and heal. Didn't give him that chance. And then there's also the Venom running away. I'm trying to get him as well because I saw that he was 1 HP and he didn't have the armor, so I'm just trying to get him. Then he activated the armor. I was like, you know what, nah, I can't do that. Let me fall back, regroup, and then just wait for my abilities. He came back to me, and that gave me a nice opportunity to eliminate him again.
Round.
Now it's getting close. We're like at 50%. We can still hold this. I'm going for anyone that I can possibly go for. I see the Psylocke that I was targeting earlier, so I was like, let me go for this guy. He tried to run away, ended up getting eliminated by someone else. I also saw the Luna. Boom, ended up eliminating her. I saw the Iron Fist as well. Oh, this is the Luna's POV, so she's trying to heal the Iron Fist. Then I'm just trying to go for anyone I can. The Cloak and Dagger on their team ult, making it super hard for us to do anything about it. I have my ult, but there's nothing I can do. I have to wait for this ult to run out, swinging all around. I'm trying to make sure that they don't grab the point, but then I get eliminated, and they ended up capturing it. Now we come back with the portal. It's now 99 to 99. I now have my ult, so I ulted, and I went for the Invisible Woman. I tried to go for a couple of others.
The amazing Spider-Man! Too sticky for you!
After that, there was the Psylocke. I tried to get her as well. Someone else got the elimination, and we're just trying to get anyone that we possibly could because this is a very, very close game. I ended up getting eliminated, and then the guy who actually DC'd made his way back into the game at the very last second. He was fighting the Venom. Unfortunately, the other Venom got the better of him. I went up in the air and I got caught on the dragon, and unfortunately, we ended up losing that round. So now we were going into round number 3. At this point, we have one more round left. The guy came back. I'm trying to tell Cloak, you know, we got this. We're going to win this game. Still no reply from him. He's been ignoring me all game, but it's all good. We're still going to try to get him this win. Now, with this round, I was going to go for the healers instead of the DPS like I originally did in the first round. And now that we have our teammate back, they also have 3 healers, so it would make sense to just go for the healers. If I only went for one of them, then it really wouldn't put them at a disadvantage because they're still going to have 2 other healers to be able to heal. So I was like, I'm just going to keep going for any healer that is on the point to make sure we secure and win this round. So that's exactly who I just targeted. Went for the visible, and then I went for the cloak and dagger. They ended up regrouping, coming back to the point all together as the healers. They also ulted, so I wasn't able to do anything. And after that elimination, the team was still fighting on point. So I came back, and I was going to go for any of the healers that I could see. I saw the rocket, so I went for him. He ended up getting into this weird crawl space and got under this part where it made it very difficult for me to focus him. But I'm still going for him. Now, I did ult, but one of their healers ended up ulting. And then the invisible woman at least was eliminated. So there was the cloak and dagger in the healer ult that I couldn't really touch, so instead I was gonna try and go for the rocket, but he ended up getting back to that ult. I was gonna go for the yo-yo to try and, you know, cancel her ult or at least eliminate her in the air, but she had her invisibility and she went invisible. So I was gonna take my time, wait for my cooldowns to come back, and then do it again. So I went back for the heals. I got the heals. I now have my abilities, and I was just gonna go ahead and then try it again. Some of my teammates also tagged her, so it made it very easy to get that elimination, and we ended up getting Cloak. And this is her POV, just getting pulled and yoinked off. We sadly weren't able to capture the point, so we had to regroup, portal through, and then try to go for it again. The invisible woman ulted, but the rocket was not in that ult, so I was going to take advantage of that and then focus him directly and go for him.
Count on me.
As a result of that fight, we did grab the point. Now we were in end game. It was very close to, we're coming back again. I wanted to go behind the healers and then go for the invisible woman. Ended up eliminating her before she got with the team. You can see her from her POV. So she was trying to get as close as possible to get a heal, but thankfully I was able to get her. Now I'm going for the cloak and dagger, trying to focus her. I have my ult, so I was going to use that. I ended up getting the Psylocke in the crosshair, which is a very big W. Now, unfortunately, the rocket ends up ulting, and I have to destroy that ult. At the same time, the cloak also comes back to life. So now I'm dealing with another set of healers that I just have to focus and go for. And thankfully, the Venom comes in clutch with a combo ult from me with the down smash and him from the ult, and we were able to get the cloak. Now there's Rocket. Super hard to eliminate Rocket, but we still got it. There's the invisible when we took care of her, and then now we have the Psylocke that we just need to eliminate. And one of my teammates, I think he's taking care of her. I'm fighting the Thor. Actually, I ended up eliminating the Psylocke, but it's okay. Then the Thor, he comes out. I'm trying to go for him, but I'm like, yo, I'm a DPS. I'm a Spider-Man. I can't take care of this tank. I'm going to go for the Iron Fist instead. He went off the point and just hit that buzzer beater down smash to cave his head in and win the round and pretty much clutch up the game. Now, I asked the cloak, do you forgive me? I tried my absolute hardest to win this game for him and tried to get him his elo back. We were actually also MVP, but I just didn't get a reply. The guy completely ignored me the entire game. I don't know if he had me muted or what. He also started typing and talking about some of the cool plays that he did. But yeah, that is pretty much how the game ended. The good thing that I can say we got is we at least got a upvote from him. So maybe he wasn't all that mad. But anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again. Peace.